You're not born into the world, you're launched into it. One second you're floating peacefully inside the womb of a giant apex predator, and the next, you're shot out like a living torpedo into cold, open water, surrounded by complete silence. No warm welcome, no gentle nudge, no, "Hi baby, mommy loves you." Nope. You open your eyes and immediately realize something terrifying. You are completely alone. Because great white mothers aren't parents. They're Uber drivers. They drop you off and swim away. No hugs, no milk. Your mom doesn't just leave you. She leaves the entire area because sometimes great whites eat their own babies. You're just a snack with fins. So congratulations. You've been alive for 5 seconds and the ocean is already trying to delete you. Before you even get your bearings, the water shifts. Something big is circling. You're barely a meter long. Cute, tiny, bite-sized, and absolutely everything knows it. Great white pups have a 90% mortality rate. That means 9 out of 10 of your siblings will die before they reach their first birthday. You don't get to celebrate birthdays anyway. In the shark world, birthday is just a reminder you're still edible. And right now, a larger shark, maybe even your own mother, is cruising somewhere in the darkness behind you. Nice. Great start. Instinct kicks in. Swim fast. You flick your tiny tail and dart away, using every muscle in your little torpedo body. You don't know where you're going, but literally anywhere is better than here. The ocean around you is massive, empty, and freezing. You're shaking, not because you're scared, though you absolutely should be, but because great white pups have terrible temperature control. Cold water hits harder when you're the ocean equivalent of a newborn hamster. You try to calm down, but suddenly, a shadow passes beneath you. A large shape. Silent. Watching. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. You shoot upward into shallower waters, the only zone where adult great whites prefer not to go. Because unlike you, they actually care about comfort. For now, shallow coastal waters keep you alive. But they introduce a new problem. Everything here is faster than you. Seals, sea lions, dolphins, even birds, and all of them, every single one, would happily make a meal out of a baby great white. Imagine being born into the world as a future apex predator, and right now, you're below the food chain of a seagull. Nice work. After a few hours of not dying, your stomach decides it wants to kill you from the inside. Time to hunt. Except you have no parents to teach you anything. You only have instincts. And those instincts say, bite anything that moves. You go after small fish, crabs, squid. Basically anything slower than a sleepy jellyfish. But here's the catch. Your first attempts look less like hunting and more like a confused toddler chasing pigeons in a park. You lunge. You miss. You spin in circles. You swallow seawater. You look ridiculous. But eventually, purely by accident, you manage to catch your first fish. And for the first time today, something goes your way. For the next few months, you stay near the coast. This is your 50th floor apartment because the streets below are filled with monsters. You grow. You learn. You practice. Your instincts sharpen. Your senses deepen. But just when things start going well, the ocean reminds you who's in charge. A massive shadow appears ahead. A dolphin. Cute? Friendly? No. Dolphins hate sharks. They ram them. They flip them. They break ribs. They literally bully them for fun. And you? You're a chew toy with abandonment issues. You turn. You run. You survive. Barely. Komodo dragons blend into trees. Chameleons blend into leaves. Great white pups? You blend into nothing. Your back is gray. Your belly is white. That's your entire camouflage strategy. Against the endless blue of open ocean, you may as well be wearing a neon sign that says, "Free food, no refunds." So you stay low, stay fast, and stay paranoid. By 6 months, you're bigger, stronger, smarter, but you're still not safe. Because now, new predators show up. Bigger sharks, orcas, packs of dolphins, humans with fishing nets, humans with boats, humans with terrible judgment. If something breathes, swims, or drives on water, it can kill you. You're starting to wonder if becoming an apex predator was even worth it. One day, The hunger hits you so hard you decide to take a risk. You spot a small seal pup. This is it. Your first big hunt. You stalk it from below, slow, silent, hidden by the sunlight above. You angle up. You coil like a spring. You launch. You miss. The seal pup escapes. The ocean laughs at you. You try again. Fail. Again. Fail. Great whites aren't natural-born hunters. They're natural-born embarrassments who eventually learn from repetition. Finally, after dozens of tries, you land your first real kill. You feel powerful, alive, invincible. Which is exactly when something bigger shows up to steal your meal. A bull shark arrives like a drunk uncle at a family party, loud, aggressive, and ready to fight anyone. Bull sharks don't care that you made the kill. Bull sharks don't care that you exist. They want what you have. You try to hold your ground. You snarl through the water. You charge, and the bull shark casually body slams you into a rock. Okay. Message received. You leave. Dinner gone. Ego shattered. Once you reach 4 to 5 years old, things change. You're too big for most predators, too fast for dolphins, too strong for seals to fight back. But you're not yet a full predator. You're basically a rebellious teenager with a giant knife for a face. You start exploring deeper waters, chasing bigger prey, testing your limits. You mess up. A lot. You bite a stingray. Regret it immediately. It stabs you. Twice. You bite a sea turtle. Break a tooth. The turtle swims away, offended. You investigate a floating plastic bag. It nearly kills you. The ocean is not a forgiving place. By age 6 or 7, your brain finally catches up to your body. You perfect the great white signature attack, the vertical ambush. You approach from below, blend into the deep, and launch upward at 40 kilometers per hour like a ballistic missile. You start breaching. You start winning. You start thriving. You're finally becoming what nature intended. A sleek, efficient, terrifying predator. Congratulations. You're dangerous now. But being dangerous doesn't guarantee peace. Great whites don't form packs. Don't live in families. Don't share space. Every shark has its own hunting range, and if you enter someone else's waters, prepare for a fight. One day, while tracking a seal colony, another great white circles in. Bigger, older, scarred, experienced. This is their hunting ground. They give you a warning pass. You ignore it. Mistake. They rush you. Teeth clash. Bodies collide. Water explodes around you. You're injured. Shoulder torn, gills scraped, tail bruised. You retreat. Territory lost. The ocean is big, but not big enough to avoid conflict. At around 10-12 years old, you hit full adult size. 3 to 4 meters long. Hundreds of kilograms of muscle. A mouth filled with serrated knives. Now you truly are what documentaries always promised. The apex predator of the ocean. Nothing hunts you anymore, except orcas, and humans, and occasionally, other great whites. So not really apex, more like apex unless something angrier shows up. Then comes the most brutal part of shark adulthood, finding a mate. This sounds romantic. It is not. Mating for great whites involves biting, ramming, scarring, more biting, pain. Swimming away confused. You approach a female. She sizes you up. She bites you. Hard. If you don't flinch, she accepts you. If you do flinch, she swims off. You endure injuries just to pass on your genes. Love hurts. Literally. If you're female, things are even worse. You carry pups inside you for 12-18 months. And inside that womb, cannibalism. The biggest pup eats its siblings. Inside you. Before they're even born. You're basically hosting an all-you-can-eat baby buffet. When it's finally time to give birth, you leave your pups and never return. In the shark world, abandonment isn't cruelty. It's tradition. At around 25-30 years old, you have scars across your fins, chunks missing from your tail, and teeth you've replaced thousands of times. You're still powerful, but slower, less precise, less invincible. You miss hunts you once dominated. You lose meals you once claimed easily. And predators you used to outrun? They start getting bold. Orcas appear, smart, coordinated, playful in a terrifying way. You face them, but you're tired. They flip you upside down. You go still. You can't fight back. They take bites. They drag you down. They overpower you. The ocean gives no mercy. You drift into calmer waters, quiet, peaceful, almost warm. For the first time in years, nothing chases you. Nothing hunts you. Nothing threatens you. Your fins ache. Your body weakens. Your heartbeat slows. You find a sandy patch near the seabed. You rest. You close your eyes. The ocean continues. Life continues. Somewhere in the shallows, a tiny great white pup is being born, alone, terrified, and ready to repeat the same brutal journey you just finished. Because in the ocean, the cycle never stops. And that's just one creature's nightmare life. If you want to see another unbelievable animal story, check this out.